So I'm going to go through a series of examples that I might otherwise do in a lecture, but this way you can kind of work through it at your own pace. So first I have these two polynomials in fraction form and then in long division form. So I'm taking x squared minus 4x cubed minus 5x squared plus 36x minus 36, and I'm dividing by x squared minus 4x plus 4. All right, so I'm going to use long division here. Now that I've set this up, if you have an idea of how to go about this, then by all means pause the video, try it on your own, and then if you get stuck, go ahead and start the video again and let me get you unstuck, and then pause and try to finish on your own. Do as much on your own as you can. And that's my suggestion for the rest of these videos as well. Okay, so if you have an idea, go ahead and pause, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay. So when I'm looking at long division, what I want to do is start with my leading terms. So here I have an x squared, and here I have x to the fourth. To move from x squared to x to the fourth, I'm going to have to multiply this by another x squared. So that's what I do here. I have x squared. So now I go ahead and multiply. So I have x squared times x squared, that's x to the fourth. X squared times negative 4x, that's negative 4x cubed. And then x squared times 4, that's going to be plus 4x squared. Now, this is how much I've used up of this amount. So I'm going to subtract that off my original amount. So I have x to the fourth minus x to the fourth, that's 0. Here I have negative 4x cubed minus negative 4x cubed, so that's 0. And then negative 5x squared minus 4x squared, so that's going to be negative 9x squared. Now notice I have three terms here, and so I'm going to drop these next two terms so that I can have three terms again. Right. Now notice I already lost this term as well, so I don't need anything here. To get a 0 here, I would have a 0 in my x cubed, so I don't need to write that down. The next thing I need to look at is try to figure out a way to get from x squared to negative 9x squared. Now, go ahead and pause, think through it. Okay, well, I have to multiply by negative 9. And I like to make sure that I keep things organized here, so I'm multiplying by negative 9. So I have negative 9 times that, negative 9x squared, negative 9 times negative 4x, that's going to be plus 36x. And negative 9 times 4 is negative 36. And when I subtract that off, you'll notice all of these are matching, so I'm going to have 0 left over. Now notice I'm at my constant term here. So that means I'm done. Whatever I have left, that's going to be a remainder, a fractional remainder. So now I have my completed term, and I have, in this case, a 0 remainder. So one thing that tells me is that I can rewrite x to the fourth minus 4x cubed minus 5x squared plus 36x minus 36 as x squared minus 4x plus 4 times x squared minus 9. That's going to be squared. Great. Okay, so in the next video, I'm going to do a similar problem. I'm going to actually use this same amount, but I'm going to divide by something different. So hopefully, for that one, you'll be able to pause and get through most of it before you stop, before you continue the video to see how I do it.